Today I want to show you how I make these really quick and easy Christmas tree decorations. Now, decorations like this are going for well over $100 at the major retailers, but I'm going to show you how to make all three of these for less than $25. I also have a really simple lighting trick that creates a really cool looking silhouette. But we'll get to that in a bit. First, let me show you how I built these. The materials for our build today is going to be 3 of these 8-foot fence pickets and 3 of these 1x2 furring strips. I'm going to set my miter saw for 30 degrees to cut down our fence pickets. Our first cut is going to cut off the square edge. Then slide the picket down 5 inches and cut it again. This is going to create a spacer that we're going to use to make the rest of our cuts for the branches of our tree. Now make sure you flip the fence picket over and slide it down to make a triangle cut for the top of our tree. Now flip the fence picket over again, and we're going to use the triangle piece for the top and our spacer to mark for our next cut. Cut on the line to make our second branch. After each cut, we'll use the previous cut and the spacer to mark for our next branch. Continue until you've cut the entire fence picket down. By using the spacer to mark for each of our cuts, this is going to give us a uniform overhang on each of our branches. 1 fence picket should be enough to make 1 medium-sized tree. To make larger trees, just get another picket and continue to cut branches until you have the size you want. Next, we're going to take a 1x2 furring strip to make the trunk and the base of our tree. Place the furring strip in the center of the tree, making sure that it's high enough that we'll still be able to attach the tree top. Now we'll measure down 8 inches from the bottom of the tree and place a marked cut. With the rest of the furring strip, make 4 12-inch pieces for our base. I'm also going to cut a miter on one end of each of the base pieces. Now that I have everything cut out for my trees, I want to give everything a rough sanding with about 120 grit. This is going to remove the fuzz off the fence pickets and round over all of the sharp edges. Now before the assembly, I want to add my stain because it's a lot easier to do now than it is once everything's put together. The tree trunk and the base I'm doing in a dark walnut. Now for our tree branches, I'm going to use this white semi-transparent stain. The great thing about this stain is even though it goes on pretty thick, as it dries it's going to get lighter and more transparent, and it's going to give our trees this really neat frosted look. Alright, so now we can assemble our tree. The first thing we need to do is build our base. To do this, we need the trunk of our tree and 3 of our feet. Make sure to use a square to keep the feet perpendicular to the trunk. We'll attach the feet with glue and brad nails. Once we have a foot on each side, it's time to countersink and drill a screw in to hold everything in place. The other 2 feet are attached at 90 degrees to give us a cross for the base. Make sure and secure these with a screw as well.